Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to mydeepguide. This week, Quirklogic Papyr got a brand new update, and it's an important one at that. So let's check out what does the update 1.2 bring to the table for the Quirklogic Papyr. Alright, so one of the big things that's been introduced in the update 1.2 is that 25 megabyte limit of importing directly from the device has been lifted up to 500 megabytes. So it's not unlimited, but you know what? 500 megabytes is for 99% of the cases enough. And if it's not enough, then you can split up. If you have like a super large document, you can split it up into two so that they are within that 500 megabyte limit, and then you can import in 2 sessions and then have a hyper large workbook. I wanted to test that out, and I just wanted to kind of show you how it works and what you can expect performance wise. So let's go into import testings. I already have one that's quite large, but let's create a new one here, and this is going to be import YG testing. Okay, and let's just put that here and create. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the document, get rid of the little toolbar because I don't need it, and now I'm gonna insert from my Google Drive. Of course, I need to sign in. All right, signed in. I'm in my G Drive, so now let's find it. I believe it's in technical documents, and then we have, I was testing out Kevin and Hobbs was 187 or 300 something megabytes, I'm not sure, but I know Snoopy is also a very large one, around almost 100 megabytes. So let's do that one and then see. So this is I think 90 megabytes file. Very quick to actually get it all done, and as you can see, they're all images. And this is another thing that they added prior to version 1.2. In January we had like another update, which was version 1.17, I believe, and they've added page navigation system, which is very, very much welcome, and I really love it. So now you have this slider down there where you can just slide between start and the end, or basically progress of the document itself, and it's super quick. And I absolutely love the Quirklogic light bulb logo as the head cursor thingy for the slider, which is awesomeness. And you have this button here, which is basically going to allow you go to directly a page number. So let's say page number 6, and it'll just go there and show it to me. So that's the other thing also covered, but when I'm importing all, I'm just gonna select all. So now they're all selected, I'm just gonna insert. And for that, I'm gonna be timing it so that we can have reference, so that you can just understand that there's a difference between initially importing a large amount of data into the workbook and how that relates to how that workbook then opens every subsequent time. So there's a big difference between the how long it takes to import stuff. It's longer than it takes to open once it's imported and actually arranged as a workbook. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. And it's inserting, and it does take a while. Oh, I guess it doesn't take a while. It took 5 seconds. Okay. Well, talk about over preparing for something. All right, I'm going to repeat the importing test on a much larger document, the one that has like 3,000 something pages, so that you can actually see how the performance is. But yeah, as you've seen on a 50 pages document, it just the images, it just worked without any problem. And the beauty of this is the whole Quirklogic platform thing, which is that I can now just simply insert a blank page if I choose to do so. And if I show the toolbar, you can still have that same navigation thing that we talked about in the active workbooks. It's there. So that's something that definitely works and something that I really, really love. So now let's go back out into my workbooks. I'm going to create another one, and let's call it large import. There we go. So let's create that. stuff. Now let's go into large import. And we repeat the same steps. Insert from my Google Drive this time, and technical documents. And I'm going to be doing the big one, which is this one, Cavan and Hobbes, because that's a very, very large document. I think 387 megabytes, but the main thing is that it's over 3,000 pages. So let's do that. And I'm going to prepare the timer here so that we can time it and see how long it takes to import those 3,000 pages, because that's a big, big document. Okay, so now we have 3,695 pages. Large. So we're going to select all, and we're going to do, and even here the navigation is very, very snappy. I mean, these are just images. This is a imported document of 3,695 images. So very, very difficult for a device of this type to actually handle, but it doesn't have any problems with it. And so let's time the importing of this monstrosity and see how long that would take. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Seemingly somebody would say like, wow, that's so long, and I don't know what. But I would disagree. I would disagree that that's long, simply because I know what this thing is doing, and it's not, again, it's importing the document, and it's importing every page, setting it as a template background for each of the pages of your workbook, expanding the workbook, and creating essentially a 3,696, in nice case, pages large workbook. That is a huge workload for any device to do, and I believe that this actually makes sense. I was honestly expecting it to be around 4 minutes, but yeah, this is actually quicker. So this is something that you need to keep in mind, that the initial importing process will take time depending on how humongously, insanely large your document is. It just stands to reason. So as far as I'm concerned, that's within the expectations, and it's something that actually makes perfect sense. However, once it's imported, the navigation of this ginormous monstrosity is actually really quick, and it just works really, really good. So as far as I'm concerned, this really works. There's only a couple of things that I think should be or could be improved. They're minor. The first one is we can have normal previews here when the drawings are, for example, not full screen, but they were stretched in the importing process. That's a super minor thing. I really don't care about that. But there's one other thing that I do care about. During the importing process, it would be very, very cool if we would have a progress bar, just so that we can have an indication and knowing, oh, this is going to take a couple of minutes, I'm going to go off and make a tea, or this is going to take a couple of seconds, so I better stay and wait for it. So just a small kind of practicality thing. I think it would be a nice thing to have a progress bar during the importing of larger files. Maybe it's not necessary for some smaller ones, but if you crossed a certain threshold, then you kind of show the progress bar, and then get some kind of user experience feedback to the user so that they know what to expect. The navigation works perfectly. And again, we're talking about a ginormous document here, and then I can just go to this page, and then it just opens up, it flips up and changes pages absolutely normally. So everything behaves as it does on a smaller workbook. So it really, really works properly. The go to page, let's check that, because now I can go 657, whatever, that's the page, and then it just goes to that page and opens it up. So everything within expecting. And the last thing that I want to check is the performance of this. How long does it take to open up this workbook once it's been unloaded? So I'm just going to load another one and then reload this big one and see how long it takes to open it up. All right, I've opened up several workbooks now so that we unload the previous one, the large import. So now let's go 3, 2, 1, go. That was under 3 seconds. So yes, even though it is super humongous and huge and ginormous, it's under 3 seconds to open a monstrosity like that. So as far as I'm concerned, excellent performance. And of course, there was one other little thing that was brought to the table with the update 1.2, and that's, what was it? Oh yeah, the writing latency has been halved. So I fired up the desktop, put the paper in, and put their claims to the test. So let's see what we get. Making a claim like that is a big thing. Achieving to actually do something like that is a much bigger thing altogether. And I am absolutely mind blown and flabbergasted as to what they managed to do. So let's not forget that the Quirklogic Papyr was among the slowest, or the slowest device with the writing latency when it came out in August of 2020. So it was around 84 milliseconds speed. Now it is at 42, and guess what? That's precisely half. So first of all, their claim that it's twice as fast as it used to be is 100% correct. It's the device with the second fastest writing latency on the market. It's second only to the Remarkable 2, but it does have the advantage that it is fast, but it's accurate, smooth, and it has anti-aliasing and none of the issues that Remarkable 2 has, mainly the jagged lines. Quirklogic Papyr, after update 1.2, is faster than any Books device, any Supernote device, even Remarkable 1. And if you wanted to match the quality of the results on Remarkable 2, the smoothness of the line and no jagged lines and anything like that, you would have to use the funky fix or the hack, which is a different thing, but that one slows down the latency. And then these guys are neck and neck. The most important thing here is that they managed to actually break that 50 millisecond barrier. And now, not by a little bit, by a lot, because this is now at 42 milliseconds. And it feels amazing. It feels amazing. It's like buying a brand new device. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, my heartfelt congratulations to the team and everybody who actually managed to pull something like this off, because I know of no other company in the e-ink world who have managed to do something like this. And let's not forget, this is a product and a platform that's 6 months old. It's absolutely mind-blowing what they're doing and how dedicated they are to their platform. So that's the update version 1.2 news that are regarding the device. However, there's some more news for the Quirklogic Papyr device, and those are that it's finally going to start shipping to EU and the UK, I think around February 17th of this year. Finally, it's going into the old world as well. As part of their promotion, I think they have free shipping and I believe $50 off the standard price until the end of February. So that's something that you might want to take advantage of or consider taking advantage of. And the shipping is very, very pricey to go from Canada to Europe and all these kind of things. So that's a big deal. But do keep in mind that you do have import taxes and all that kind of stuff. So you have to be prepared for, whatever your country's import tax regulations are to know what to expect price-wise. I've had a meeting with them yesterday, and we talked also about the nibs, and they are well aware of the issue that the nibs are not as available as they would like them to be, and that the price is not where they want it to be. So they're assuring me that they're working very, very hard to actually find an alternative and to make a sustainable alternative that's priced in a normal way, so that it's not a thing anymore, that you just get nibs and that's pretty much it. That being said, I spent my first nib, the gray nib, a week ago on this device, and now I'm using the black nib, which is harder and more slippery and all that kind of stuff, but I gotta say it feels really, really good. So I might be preferring the black nib on this one. I don't know, they both feel great. This one is a little bit less raspy and scratchy, and today I prefer this one and it feels really good. One thing that I'm going to be trying out in the future is to see, can we actually modify some of the existing nibs and use them in this pen? Is that possible or not? Because that could be like a gateway thing before this whole nibs thing situation is sorted out. At that meeting, we've also talked at length about the roadmap and future plans and things like that. I can't really discuss any of those things, but what I can tell you is that I am very much excited about what they have in store for the next couple of months. And if that roadmap pans out to be as impressive as this version 1.2 is, Quirklogic Papyr is poised to become one of the major contenders on the e-ink market. So I'm very much looking forward to the update 1.3, 1.4, and everything that's actually coming to the future. I wish I could share, but all I can tell you is lots and lots of functional goodies. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell to get notified when new videos are coming out on mydeepguide. For all the existing patrons and for all of the viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. It really means a ton. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye!